Good morning students, welcome to online teaching session of Academic Quality School, Bemitra. So today this will be the fifth lecture of the very first chapter, real number, and in this lecture we will be focusing on exponent of real number. Before coming to this topic, I would like to recap of the lecture 4. In lecture 4 what we have studied is sum of two irrational number need not to be irrational. Sum of two irrational numbers need not irrational. Okay, that we have learned. Sum of two irrational number can be rational as well as irrational. It is not necessarily sum of two irrational numbers is irrational. Okay, and similarly difference also, sum or difference. Okay, this we have done. And then multiplication of two irrational number need not to be irrational. Quotient of two irrational number need not to be irrational. Okay, and next sum of rational and an irrational number is always irrational. Sum of rational and an irrational number is always irrational. Is always irrational. Okay, difference of rational and an irrational number is always irrational. Always means always. Okay, product of rational and irrational number is always irrational, and similarly quotient of rational and irrational is always irrational. So this was the first point which we have done study on lecture number 4, and now we have done a representation of this type of number on the number line system. Very important question. Once again I am telling you, once I am again reminding you. So I hope you have done the assignment of lecture 4. So now we are moving to this topic, exponent of real number. And before I am moving to this topic, one more important thing that we have learned on the lecture number 4, that is rationalization of denominator. So let's say I am having root 3 upon say root 3 plus 2, and this side I am having root 3 minus 2. This is a question. I have to rationalize this. So what I have to do is, this is root 3 minus 2 and then this is root 3 plus 2. What I have to do is, I have to rationalize the denominator. So what is the denominator? Denominator is root 3 plus 2. I have to remove, I have to get rid of this radical sign on the denominator side. So for the sake of it, what I am going to do is, I am going to multiply by the rationalizing factor. This is called as rationalizing factor. This is root 3, and then if this is minus plus sign, I have to write minus sign. Then similarly, if I am multiplying, I have to divide also. Root 3 minus 2. It means if I am multiplying to the numerator, I have to do justice with numerator as well as denominator. Okay, So that is why I am multiplying by the same number in the denominator and the numerator and the denominator. So now these both are same item. This item is root 3 minus 2 and this item is root 3 minus 2. So it means same item I am writing 2 times a into a is equal to a square. Okay. So sir, then I can write this as root 3 minus 2 whole square. And now this is upon a plus b into a minus b. So this is root 3 plus 2 and root 3 minus 2. And my dear students, you might be knowing the formula now. A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2 into a into b plus b square. Very important, please keep in mind. And if we are having a minus b square, then this will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. And if a plus b, a minus b will be equal to a square minus b square. So right now this three formula is important for us. So this is a minus b, a minus b. So what should I write? A square. So that is root 3 square. So I will be writing a square then minus 2 into a into b. So 2 into a means root 3 into b plus b square. So plus 2 square. And then upon a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. So this will be root 3 square minus 2 square minus 2 square. Okay. So root 3 square, I have told you root 3 square is 3. Okay. So root 3 square is 3. So I am writing on the upper side now. So this will be root 3 square is 3, then minus this 2 will multiply with this 2. So 2 into 2. So this will be 4 root 3. Okay. And then plus 2 square 4. So this is plus 4. And upon root 3 square, beta this is 3. And then minus 4. So 3 plus 4. So this will be 7 minus 4 root 3 upon 3 minus 4 is equal to minus 1. So now if I am going to multiply by minus sign both sides, okay? So this will be now 4 root 3 minus 7. This is the answer. 4 root 3 minus 7. What I have done is I have taken minus sign common from the numerator side, and this minus 1 gets cancelled with this minus 1. Minus sign. Okay. So this is the answer. If I am taking minus sign common, it will change the sign. So this will become positive. This will become negative. So this is the answer. So now we are feeling and we are observing that in this number denominator is 1. So now we are not having the radical sign in the denominator. So this is the funda. We have to get rid of the radical sign from the denominator side. So now we are going to continue with exponent of real number. This is the topic which we have been studying. We have been studying since class 6, 7 itself. Okay, this is the topic, exponent topic. This is we have been studying this since class 6, 7. I think so. You might have studied this all, but again we are going to revise all the concept of the previous classes, that are, let's say, a to the power m into a to the power n. Beta, this is a to the power m. This is known as exponent. This is known as exponent, or this is called as power. You can say exponent, you can say power, you can say index, and this is known as base. This is known as base. This a is base and this m is exponent of a. So if I am writing a m, I can read this as a to the power m, or I can read this as exponent of a is m. Okay. Exponent or index of a is m, so we can say this exponent, power or index. So if we are having same base, you can see that we are having same base a and a, so this will be power will be added. So now what is this concept actually? Listen, if I am writing 2 to the power 3 and then I am writing 2 to the power 2, okay, so this is base 2, this is base 2, different exponent. So what we can do, we can write 2 to the power 3 plus 2, and that is equal to 2 to the power 5, 2 to the power 5. Now beta, this is 2 to the power 3, it means 2 into 2 into 2, 3 times, 2 into 2 into 2, 3 times. Then this is again into, this is 2 square, so it means 2 into 2. So this is now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is simply 2 to the power 5. So that is why we are adding. That is why we are adding. So don't mug up these all. Okay, these are the all very important concept which you have to learn. Don't simply a to the power m or a to the power m plus n. What is the meaning of this? You have to feel it. You have to feel it. Now second, a to the power m upon a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n, where m is greater than n, where m is greater than n. Now what is this? If I am writing 2 to the power 5 and I am writing 2 to the power 3, what does it mean? It means I have to write 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 5 times I will be writing. This is power 5, so I will be writing 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will be writing 2 into 2 into 2. So cancel out. So what we left is 2 to the power 2. So that is why we are writing like this. Okay, that is why we have written a to the power m upon a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. And this is, so if I have to write this, so I am writing 2 to the power 5 minus 3, and that is 2 to the power 2, and this is what our answer is. Are you getting the point? So it means 2 into 2 into 2, 3 times 2 will be cancelling out 3 times 2 of this 2 to the power 5, and we will be remaining with 2 into 2, so therefore answer is 2 square. Okay, 2 square. So this is the next law of exponent now. So you have to write this all very carefully. Now if I am writing a to the power m and this whole to the power n, it means I have to write a to the power m into n. These powers are going to be multiplied. So it will be a to the power m into n. Okay. So next is, if I am writing a to b and the whole power m, so this will be separately I have to write a to the power m, b to the power m. Okay, this is very simple. We can see, we can feel this. If I am writing 2 into 3, okay, and if I am writing power 2, so it means this is 2 into 3, 2 into 3, it will be 6 square. It will be 6 square. And 6 square is what? 36. 36. Now I can write this as 2 square and then 3 square. So now this will become 2 to the power 2 is 4 and this is 3 square will become 9 and now this will become 36. So this is what this property is all about. Okay. So next I will be writing a to the power 0 that is equal to 1. Now it means any number is there. A means what? Constant. 2, 3, 4, 5. And if that holds exponent 0, then its value is 1. It means sir, you are telling 2 to the power 0 is 1. You are telling 5 to the power 0 is equal to 1. Yes, exactly I am telling this only. I am telling 2 to the power 0 is equal to 1. Sir, 5 to the power 0, that is 1. Sir, 10 to the power 0, 1. Sir. This to the power 0, beta 1. Okay. So why this is coming 1? Now important question is how this is coming 1. Okay. So listen, I am going to explain here. But if I am writing 2 to the power 5 and again I am writing 2 to the power 5. This is same item divided by same item. 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. So this is same item and this is same item. Listen, same item divided by same item is equal to 1 always. And right now we have gone through this one. We have gone through this law of exponent. I am going to apply this law of exponent here. So it will be 2 to the power 5 minus 5. And this will be 2 to the power 0. Okay, this is 2 to the power 0. Now if I will be writing 2 to the power 5 as 2 to the power 5 as this, since this is same item divided by same item. So same item divided by same item is equal to what? 1. So that is why 2 to the power 0 is equal to 1. If I will be writing 2 to the power 5, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 and then again 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So 2 2 cancel, 2 2 cancel, 2 2 cancel, 2 2 cancel, 2 2 cancel. So what I left with? I left with 1. So that is why a to the power 0 is equal to 1. A is any constant number. Okay, A is any constant number. Now the next law is, I am writing here smaller one, m is greater than. Now if I will be writing a to the power minus n, so this is a to the power. If it is a to the power minus n, okay, then what I have to do is, whenever there is minus power, get this reciprocal, of it. The minus sign will be terminate. What I am trying to say is, let's say I am writing 2 to the power 5 and I am writing 2 to the power 7. What does it mean? It means what? 2 to the power 5 minus 7, 2 to the power 5 minus 7, and this will become 2 to the power minus 2. Yes, exactly. It is coming as 2 to the power minus 2, and 2 to the power minus 2, it is becoming 2 to the power minus 2. Now I am going to explain this. This is 2 to the power 5 means what? 2 into 2 into 2, 4 into 5, and then again I am writing 2 into 2 into 2 to 2, 1 2 3 4 5 6 into 7. So this is going to be cancelled. So what left on the numerator side we got 1 and the denominator side we got 2 into 2. So this is 1 upon 2 square. So that is why I am telling, if there is negative power, then if there is negative power, take the reciprocal and the negative power will terminate. Take the reciprocal of this. If I am writing like this, listen. If I am writing 2 upon 3 and whole to the power, if I am writing -1, then what I have to do is take the reciprocal of this. 2 upon 3. The reciprocal of 2 upon 3 is equal to 3 upon 2. So this will be the answer. Take the reciprocal and sign will power will inverse. So this is the way. Okay, this power will be positive. Okay, this power will be positive. If I am writing 3 upon 5, anything if I am writing and if I am getting negative power, make it reciprocal. Okay, make it reciprocal and this interchange this power with positive sign. So if I am writing 2 upon 3 to the power -2, it means I am writing 3 upon 2 to the power 2. As simple as this. What you have to do is, this is 2 upon 3 and I am writing 3 upon 2. If there is negative power, just make it reciprocal. Make it reciprocal. Okay. So now we'll be solving some questions on the basis of these results. Okay. On the basis of this result. So now, if I will be writing A upon B and whole to the power m, I can write this as A to the power m upon B to the power m. So this is also one of the law. So these are the law of exponent. Okay, law of exponent. These are the law of exponent. So we'll be solving some question. Okay, we'll be solving some question now. So I am going to rub this on. Okay, so now I am giving you a question. 49 to the power 1 upon 2. Very simple, very simple. How I can write 49? I can write 49 as 7 into 7. I know that 49 is 7 square. You might be knowing all. Okay, 49 is not that much difficult number. So this is 7 to the power 2. And now this is 1 upon 2. And what I have told you, dear students, I have told you that if a to the power n and whole to the power n, power gets multiplied. So it will be a to the power m into m. So here also power will be multiplied. So this is 7 to the power 2 into 1 upon 2. Okay, and 2 into 1 upon 2 is equal to what? 1. So the answer is 7. Okay, the answer is 7. Now on this topic, on this content, what I am trying to say is, this is related to, if I am writing root over a, if I am writing root over a, it means I am writing a to the power 1 upon 2. So if it was written 49 to the power 1 upon 2, it means simply it is written as square root of 49, and we know that square root of 49 is 7. So that is why our answer is 7. So if I am writing like this, if I am writing a to the power half or a to the power half, or I am writing root a, is the same thing only. If it is not written anything inside this, it means this is square root. If it is not written inside this, it means it is square root. If I am talking about this, if there is small 3 written inside this, it means cube root of a, and this is written as a to the power 1 upon 3. And if it is written a to the a and it is written 4, it means 4th root of a, and this means a to the power 1 upon 4. Okay, so it means if someone is writing a and here it is writing 10, so what is this? What does it mean? It means a to the power 1 upon 10. It means a to the power 1 upon 10. So it means I can simplify this as, this is a and if there is n, so it will become a to the power 1 upon n. So this is what the concept is. This is what the concept is we have used here. So now, listen. Very important concept. This all we have studied in the previous class itself. Although we have to study in class 9. If I will be writing root over 6 into root over 5, and now we have to solve this, we have to evaluate this, okay? What is the exact value of this? So we know that this is root, this is also root. It means I can write this as, we know this, okay, beta, if this is what? 6 to the power 1 upon 2 and this is 5 to the power 1 upon 2, I can write like this. And right now only we have studied that this will be equal to 6 into 5 whole to the power 1 upon 2. So that is what I have written this side. Whether you are going to solve in this way or you are going to solve this way, both are same only. So now this is 6 into 5. 6 into 5 is equal to 30. So now this is what? Nothing is written here. So this is square root. Okay, this is square root. And the square root means take pair outside. So this is 30. So 30 means 30 I can write as 2, then 15. Okay? Then 3, then 5. 6 into 5, 30. We can take any number outside. Okay, nothing can be taken. Okay, nothing can be taken. So this will be same. Okay, this will be same only. So root over 30 will be the answer. No pair is there in the prime factorization of 30. No pair is there in the prime factorization of 30. Okay, so either I can write root 30 or I can write 30 to the power 1 upon 2. Both of these answers are correct. Understood? Either you are going to solve in this way or you are going to solve this way. Both are correct only. Okay. Now, if I will be writing 125 to the power minus 1 upon 3. Now, please listen what I have told you. If there is negative power, what I have to do? Take reciprocal. What will be the reciprocal of 125? What is the reciprocal of 2? Reciprocal of 2 means ulta of 2. Ulta of 2 and ulta of 2 is equal to 1 upon 2. So that is what I have to write. So what is the reciprocal of 125? So this will be 1 upon 125. 1 upon 125. Okay, 1 upon this is 125. Okay, this is 125. 125. And then power, this power will become what? This is negative power. So this power will become positive. So it will become 1 upon 3. Even if you are writing 1 upon 3, 1 to the power anything. Now I am writing 1 to the power anything is 1 only. Okay, beta? 1 to the power anything is equal to 1 only. 1 into 1 into 1 into 1 into 1. How many times you are going to do? It will be 1 only. So that is why now this is 1 upon 125 is 5 into 5 into 5. So this is written as 5 to the power 3 and this is 1 upon 3. So we know that power to the power is going to multiply. So this is 1, 5, 3 into 1 upon 3. So this will be cancelled out. So the answer is 1 upon 5. So this is nothing but this is equal to 1 upon 5. Understood? Next. Now I will be writing 8 to the power 1 upon 2 and 9 to the power 1 upon 2. 8 to the power 1 upon 2 and 9 to the power 1 upon 2. Both power is same only. So I can write 8 into 9 and I can write like this. So 9 into 8. 9 into 8, that is 72. 72 to the power 1 upon 2. Now what I have to do is, I have to evaluate this in the simplest manner, as simple as we can do. Okay, as simple as we can do. So how we are going to solve this? Or this is not only one way to solve. Beta, this is not only one way to solve. I am telling you, this is not only one way to solve. So how can be the other way? Other way can be, this is 8 to the power 1 upon 2. So I can write this as root over 8. Yes or no? I can write this as root over 8. And there is into, then I can write this as root over 9. Okay, beta? And this is what? This is the square root of 9. And the square root of 9 is 3. So this is 3. And this is what? Square root of 8. So we know that 8, square root of 8, 8 means what? 2 into 2 into 2. So square root means what? Make pair and it will outside. It will come outside. So make one pair and one 2. This is pair of 2 and one 2 will come outside. So this is 2 root 2. So 8 means 2 root 2. So this is 2 root 2. Okay. So now this is 2 into 3, 6 root 2. So this is the way. This is also one of the way to solve this question. Now what we have to do is, now if we have got this, then this means what? This is root over 72. Now find the factorization. Make it factorize. Okay. So this will be 72. 2, 3 jar 6, and this 1, and this will be 2. So this will become 12. Okay. So it will be 6. Now this is 2. Okay. 1 and 8. Now 2, 9, 3, 3. So I can write 72 as, 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So make pair, making pair, this is one pair and this is one pair. So 1, 2 and 1, 3 will come outside, and 1, 2, since this 2 is alone, so it will remain in the root. So this is 6 root 2, and we got 6 root 2 here also. So these are the way. It's depend on you how you are going to solve this type of problem. Okay, how you are going to solve this type of problem. So this is not a big deal. बहुत ही आसान. This is very easy. Okay. Now I will be writing next question for you. That is 10 into root over 15. You have to solve it now. Okay, you have to solve it now. So this will be 10 into 15. So now 10 can be written as 2 into 5. Okay, and this 15 can be written as 3 into 5. So is there any pair? Yes, there is a pair. So it will come outside. Okay, 5 will come outside. What will be remaining? 2 is alone. So it will be inside. 3 not having pair. So it will be inside. So answer is 5 root over 6. Okay, so in this way we have to solve. Okay. So now if I am writing 64 to the power 1 upon 6, what does it mean? It means I have to factorize this 64 and we have to observe 64. Is there any number to the power 6 or something? So what I have to do is 64 is 2, 32, 2, 16, 2, 8, then 2, 4, 2, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 64 is nothing but 2 to the power 6, and then into 1 upon 6. We know that power is going to be multiplied. So this will be, so the answer is 2. That's simple. Okay, now I'll be going to find one very important type of question over here. That will be if x is equal to 7 plus 4 root 3, then if the question is if x is equal to this, then find the value of 7 plus 4 root 3. Find the value of x plus 1 upon x. This is find the value of x plus 1 upon x. Okay, this is x is equal to 7 plus 4 root 3. This is the question, very important question. This is very important question. So how to solve this? Beta, this is very important question. Very important. So x is equal to this. So x we are already having. We need to find the value of 1 upon x, and then we have to add. Okay. So this is 1 upon x. What is the value of x? That is 1. This will be 1, and x is equal to 7 plus 4 root 3. Okay. So now denominator side, this radical side, this root side we got. So I need to rationalize this. So this is 7 plus 4 root 3. So this will be 7 minus 4 root 3, and then again this will be 7 minus 4 root 3. Okay. So this will be now 1 into any lafra. This is 1 into any item is equal to same item 7 minus 4 root 3. And this is a plus b, a minus b. So a square means 7 square minus b square means 4 root 3 square. Now this is the 7 square, you know very well. 7 square is 49. Now we have to solve this. This is 4 root 3 square, and we know that if we are having a b and there is square, it means individual square I have to do. Okay. So 4 square is 16 into root 3 square is 3. So this is 48. So this will be 7 minus 4 root 3 upon 49 minus 48. So beta, this will be equal to 7 minus 4 root 3 upon 1. Okay. So value of 1 upon x is 7 minus 4 root 3. This is the value of 1 upon x. Okay, 1 is there, so no need to write 1. Okay, no need to write 1. Any number divided by 1, that number itself. Now we are supposed to find x plus 1 upon x. We have to find this value. So this is x plus 1 upon x. Okay. So what is the value of x? That is given 7 plus 4 root 3, and then plus what is the value of 1 upon x? We got 7 minus 4 root 3. So this 7 plus 7 will be 14. Okay, and this will be cancelled out. So therefore the value of x plus 1 upon x is equal to 14. Okay. Now I am giving you one assignment, one special type of homework that will be finding the value of a and b in such case. If I am writing 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3, and if I am giving you this is equal to a plus b root 3. Okay. This is the question I am giving to you. What I have to do? You have to rationalize this. And get in this form. Compare this value in this form and then get the value of a and b. Okay. Then get the value of a and b. This is one of the important question. What you have to do is you have to only do the rationalization. Rationalize this. Get into this form. Let's say you have rationalized, and you got the answer like 2 plus root 3. Like this you have got the answer. Let's say you have got the answer 2 plus root 3. Sorry, 2 plus 3 root 3, like this. So compare this with this sign. So this will be a plus b root 3. So this is a. So this will become a. Okay, this will become a. This is root 3. This is root 3. Coefficient of root 3 is 3. So therefore b is equal to 3. So in this way, what is the importance of this is you have to rationalize this, get in this form, and then compare and get the value of a and b. Okay, and I will be giving the same type of the discussed type of question in the assignment, and solving assignment is very important for you. Okay, so thank you, and please solve the assignments which is being uploaded on ERP. Thank you.